Hello friends, I'm going to show you today how to make 10 different embellishments for your junk journal, your Grace Notes junk journal. So the embellishments that we're going to do is collaged page tabs, collage sentiments, collage squares, not collaged, bottle cap, faux bottle caps, shakers, paper clips, tulle flowers, button and fabric collages, scripture scrolls, and circle flowers. I'm going to actually break this into 2 videos so that it doesn't get too long. So I'm going to do the first 5 in this video, and I'm going to do the second 5 in a part 2. So I have a freebie for you as well. So I'll link it to the video, and I'm going to show you how to make some different elements with these things on the page. So after you finish watching the video, go over to my coffee shop and pick up the freebie and make your own. As I did with the last one, I'm going to put this in my shop for 1 week, and then I'm going to bundle it with the kit, the Grace Notes kit. So today is November 13th, 2022, so I'm going to leave it in my coffee shop for free until November 20th, and then I will take it out of the free part and bundle it with the Grace Notes kit. So if you want to grab it before then, that would be great. And here we go. So here's the first 2 page embellishments that I have for you, maybe 3. So what I'm doing here is I just have a whole bunch of scraps. As you can see on my table, I've got pieces of trim, I've got kind of tissue paper, I've got some corrugated board, I've got lace, more trim, lots of different papers, book page, just an assortment of things. I've got some of my half circles left still. I've been using my collage pages and my words and my labels and pieces of fabric that I think will go good with here. So I've just got quite a mess here, but I've been creating, and this is what I made. These are just going to be probably like page tabs or something like that, so I may add a bit of an accent to some of these, but they will just, you know, kind of go onto a page like that, or you know, could even go on a pocket, or yeah, just like on the side of a page or something, kind of to make a page tab. So I've made a few of those, some with fabric, some with just with papers, some with both. So I think those turned out cute. And then I have lots of them that I made with words. So I think those would look, you know, cute on lots of different pages. I've got sweet, I've got wonder. These are all in the kit. Inspire, I think that was from a different kit. The cross, refuge. Here's one that says gift. Those are all in the kit. Grace, Christ. Really, they just kind of go anywhere. This one could even be used as a page tab. It's got kind of a square top, gift of grace. So I made lots of those. And then I was just going to show you how I make them. I mean, they're very easy, and they're kind of, you know, personalized, but you just take a bunch of different pieces. I just grabbed these pieces. So I have just a piece of fake leather, actually. Just put a little bit of glue. I try not to put too much glue because I am going to sew them afterwards, and I don't want the glue on my sewing machine. Just a couple of dots of glue for the lace there, and the paper on top of that. And then this one, I just have a label that says free gift. That free gift of grace that was in the kit. And I'm just going to kind of put that one like that. And then I'll just sew it. I might sew, you know, a box around that. I might sew a zigzag right through it. And they just look really nice on a page. They just decorate a page. You know, it seems like wherever you put them, they kind of go. So there's one little one that's ready to go. Here's another one. This is just a simple little one. I decided to, I have one of my circles here, half circles. I made lots of them, so I'm still using them up, which is a good thing. A little bit of lace on that one. And this one is a label that says Grace. That's part of the kit. So just put that on top there. And then that can go on, you know, any of the pages as well, like that. Probably stitch that one as well. And here's just one more little one. This one I thought would be good for like a page tab on the side like that. You can sew them right on the page if you want. I decided I'm going to sew them independently and then I'll glue them onto the page. So, but either way is good. And then this one has a little tab that says remember on it. No, wonderful. And that was also in the kit. So super simple. Just grab a bunch of scraps. It's very satisfying. You can, you know, grab all of your scraps that kind of coordinate and make a bunch of little mini collages. And I'll show you the other tips in the next part. Here's the next idea. I'm going to make little collage squares, and I got this idea from Melina from Scrapbooking with Me. I'll leave the link below. She goes into a lot of detail on how she does it, and yeah, so I'm just gonna show you quickly what she did. And you just cut out a square. I did 2-inch squares, and I also did 3-inch squares, and I also did some 4-inch squares. So whatever, or it doesn't even have to be a square, it could be whatever you want. Tear strips of, I just went through my stash of different strips and stuff that I had in my bin that I showed you the other day, and tore them into strips because the background is kind of a neutral background. I don't mind if it shows a little bit. And there is the beginning of your collage square. So then you take the square, this is one of my 4-inch squares, and just flip it over and trim it off. So I'll just trim off all that excess paper. So that's what that looks like now. And then the next step is I rounded the corners. So I just used my corner rounder here and just rounded those corners. And I just did, you know, a rough glue with the glue stick. I didn't do it, you know, you can see it's kind of coming up because I'm going to sew it. So here's one that's sewn already. I rounded the corners and I sewed it. So that's a 3-inch one, and here's some of my 2-inch ones that I sewed already. So then what I'm going to do next is add a little bit of ink to them. So I just took a large acrylic block, and I took one of my distress inks. This is tea dye. Just kind of smooshed it onto the block like that. Spritz it with a little bit of water, and then take your squares and just kind of dab them in, and it gives it a really cool effect. And I even have some blue and some green here that I might try a little bit, because those are my colors in my project here. So we'll just see how that works. Here's the large one that I just cut out. If I had a darker blue and green, it might work better, but yeah, I'm just kind of making a mess of this one, but it'll look okay. But I like just a little bit of the distress ink on those as well. So I'll just let that dry and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. So here's the final collage pieces. I think they turned out really cute. Everyone has some kind of a focal point and a sentiment. I used just various things in my stash that I had. Flowers, butterflies, postage stamps, crosses. I had cut some silhouettes out before. I found a chipboard star and a butterfly on that one. Some faux postage stamps. Lots of different, some flowers I made a while back. There's the largest one. I found a picture of a fiddle, so I thought that would be appropriate. Just really cute. So give that a try. I think you'll enjoy it. I probably won't use all of these in my journal, but I will have them for another time. Here's idea 4 for a page embellishment. What I did, and this will be a part of your freebie, is I made little circles. These are 1-inch circles, and I made images on them, and I made these little dangles or page tabs or whatever. I think they're really cute. They're really sturdy, and they're a little bit shiny, so they kind of look, I don't know how well you can see that, but I think they're really cool. I think some of them I will, or maybe all of them, I'll put a little hole there and put a bulb pin or something, but I'll show that to you afterwards. So I'm just going to show you quickly how to make these. They're super simple. Well, they're super simple if you have the stuff. I have an assortment of circle punches in different sizes, and I just picked up a couple of these just from a second-hand place. So I have these 4 are all in 1/8 inch increments, so that works perfectly for me. If you don't have that, you can improvise. So I punch out, the first circle will be, oh, before I did that, sorry, I took a piece of packing tape and I just put that on top of all of the circles. So that gives it the shine and the durability. So you can see, maybe you can see a little bit of shine on there. So that's circle number 1. And then I have some just kind of shiny paper. It was just something that I picked up, I think, at a secondhand kind of place as well. I got this idea from a YouTube video, and I'm going to put it in comments because I can't remember right offhand who it was. So I have 1-inch circle, and this is a 1 1/8 inch punch, and this one is a 1 3/8 inch punch, and in between those is a 1 1/4 inch punch. So I'm just going to punch just out of some craft cardstock for this layer, and then I'm just going to glue it all together. So I just glue this guy first onto this, you know, just in this successive, start with the smallest and move on. And you could do this on any size. I think I might actually, I haven't completely done the freebie for this session yet, so I may do some bigger circles as well, because I really like this technique. So, or you could do it using squares, which would be easier to cut out if you don't have the punches. And then I just always like to give it a little bit of a squish with the brayer, and it just kind of makes that glue adhere really well. So there's the last one, really cute. So, and then they can be used as page tabs. They could be used as page or pocket decorations, and or they could be used as little dangles, which I'll probably do some of those as well. So they could even be put onto some of the whatever I call them, little collages that we made just before that. So nice focal point for that. So there's idea number 4. And here's the 5th idea. I just took a little piece of a scrap piece of card that I had in my stash that the colors matched. It was blue and green, and I had a little bit of sparkle on that already, and I made a couple little shakers. So this one I used just a piece of packaging on top. This one I used a piece of vellum on top, so it's a much more muted color. So I'll probably use these on a tag or just little fillers or whatever. So I just came across this little package of sequins when I was looking for something else, and the colors matched, and I thought, hey, why not? So there's your 5th idea. I'm going to break this into 2 parts so it's not so long, so the next 5 embellishments will come in the next video. Thanks, friends.